So, welcome friends. In my earlier lecture, we have discussed the Gauss theorem in electrostatics, and we have seen the definition of the Gauss theorem and its proof, which is very important uh, which is very important article in this chapter. Now we'll discuss about the electric potential, and we will see that how the electric potential is represented as a line integral of the electric field. This is again very important because we have to find the electric field and potentials due to the different physical objects which are charged. So the electric uh, potential, it is defined in simple way as it is the amount of work done in bringing the unit positive charge from infinity to a given point against the direction of the electric field is called as the electric potential at that point. That means, suppose here is the charge and electric field lines, they will be in all directions. And suppose here is the point, particular point A. Then we know that how the electric field at this point is given as, and what is the force acting, all these things that we have discussed. Now, the electric potential at this point is defined as it is the amount of work done to take the unit positive charge from infinity to this point. The amount of work done to take the unit positive charge from infinite distance up to this point against the direction of the electric field, because the electric field will be directed in this direction and we are taking the unit positive charge in this direction. So these two directions are opposite, and the amount of work done in taking the unit positive charge from infinite distance to this point against the direction of the electric field is called as the electric potential. Remember that it is a scalar quantity and it is represented by the letter V, and we can represent the electric potential in mathematical way as, suppose W is the work done in bringing the unit charge from which is very having the small magnitude from infinity to a given point, then this is nothing but the work done per unit charge. It is nothing but the electric potential, and therefore the unit of the potential is given as work is measured in joule and charge is measured in coulomb. So the SI unit is joule per coulomb. Now we can represent the potential difference, how the potential difference is calculated. Now suppose here is the charge, suppose Q or some charge is here, and because of which the direction of the electric field is somewhat like this, the electric field. And suppose WA is the work done in displacing the unit positive charge, you can call it as this charge Q from infinity to a point. This charge is different from Q, remember, this is you can call it as any charge. So if you take the unit charge Q from infinity to this point, then the potential as per definition will be given as WA divided by Q as per this definition. So the potential at this point, which is represented as VA, it will be given as WA divided by Q. W is the work done in taking the charge Q from infinity to this point. Now, so this is another point B. So if WB is the work done in displacing the charge Q from infinity, means from this infinity point to this point Q, this is the work done. Then the potential at the point B, which is called as VB, will be given as per definition, VB is equal to WB divided by Q. WB is the work done in taking the charge Q from infinity to the point P. So if you take the difference in potentials as VB minus VA, the potential at B minus the potential at A, this will give you the potential difference, and it is we can call it as the dV. So obviously by using these equations we can write this as VB minus VA divided by Q. So this is the difference in work done. So the difference in work done we can represent as WAB. That means the work done in taking the charge from point B to point uh, this work done. So this potential difference between these 2 points is given as the work done in displacing the point charge from point B to A, which is the WAB divided by Q. So we can write this as dV is equal to WAB divided by Q. So just I have told you that this is nothing but the work displacing the charge from B to A, and therefore we can write as WAB is equal to WB minus WA is equal to Q into VB minus VA. VB is the potential at point B, VA is the potential at point A. So this is nothing but the potential difference between 2 points, which is represented as dV. So this is the difference in work done while displacing the charge from point B to point A. Now this work done, it may be positive, it may be negative, or it may be zero, and it depends upon whether the point this B is at higher potential. So whether it is at higher potential than A, or whether it is higher potential, or whether it is at lower potential than A, or whether the potential at the 2 points is the same. Depending upon all these three terms, this work done will be positive, negative, or zero. That one should remember. So this is the potential difference between the points B and A. If the potential at point A is equal to potential at point B, these 2 points have same potentials. The 2 points are called as the equipotential points, and surface containing all points of same potential is called as equipotential surface. And the work done in taking the charge from one point to another point on an equipotential surface by any path is equal to 0. For example, let us consider the spherical surface somewhat like this, and suppose the charge is situated at this point. So if this is the spherical surface, then potential at this point, potential at this point, because this will be radius, this will be radius, and these 2 points will be equipotential. So if this point is A, if this point is B, so since they are at same distance, these 2 points will be equipotential points. And obviously on the spherical surface, any point will be the equipotential. The potential at that point will be same, because work done in taking a unit positive charge from infinite distance to any point on the surface will be same, and therefore these points are called as the equipotential points, and surface is called as equipotential surface. And if you calculate the work done to take the charge from A to B by any path, you take either this path or if you take this path, the work done will be zero, because the potential, these 2 points are equipotential points. Potential is same, hence the potential difference will be zero, and hence the work done will be zero while taking the point, while taking the charge from point A to point B, which are lying on the same surface. So this is the concept of equipotential. One should remember. Now we will represent this potential and electric field by equation. Now again consider, suppose here is some charge, isolated charge, and suppose this is the point B and suppose this is the point A. So this will be the direction of the electric field or direction of the force. You can call it a direction of force, and direction of electric field will be same. Now suppose the distance, these 2 points are very close, point A and point B, they are very close, and distance between these 2 points is dr, means these 2 points are separated by very small distance dr. Then whatever we have discussed earlier, from that knowledge we can say that if the point charge q is displaced through small distance, means suppose the point charge is here and it is displaced through a small distance dr from A to B, then obviously the work done will be given as per definition as I have written here WBA because now we have taken the point charge from A to B. So I have written it as VBA. So it is given as force into displacement. So we know that the force is nothing but F and the distance through which it is displaced is dr. Now here we have displaced the charge q against the electric force, against the direction of the electric force. Hence we have taken this as negative sign. So minus f into dr, or we can write, or we have seen the relation between the electric field and the force as E is equal to, it is nothing but the force acting on unit charge. So F is equal to Q into E. You can write this as, so minus Q into E into this dr. This will be the work done according to the definition of force into displacement. But uh, we have seen earlier the potential difference is given as work done. Suppose it is WBA, that is the work done in displacing the charge q from A to B. So it is WBA divided by Q will be the potential difference. So this work done we have calculated, it is nothing but the minus QE into dr divided by Q. So Q will get cancelled, it is nothing but minus E dr, or you can write dV is equal to minus dr, or E is equal to minus dV by dr. So the electric field is nothing but negative potential gradient or negative rate of change of potential with respect to distance. This is the relation between the electric field and potential. This is a very important relation and one can understood very easily. Now, just we have said that dV is equal to minus EDR or E is equal to minus dV by dr. Or we can integrate this equation. We get this as integrating this equation. We get the integration dV is nothing but V is equal to minus integration dr. But I have taken the limits of integration as infinity to r because we have assumed as this point is B and suppose this point is A. Okay, and this distance is dr. And here is some your charge. Your charge is here, and you have to take suppose uh, this distance is suppose r1, and suppose this distance is suppose r2. So as per definition, what will the work done? Work done in taking the unit positive charge from infinity to this point. This will be the potential at point A, and work done in taking the unit positive charge from infinity to the point B will be the potential at point B. So since we are using the in definition that the potential is nothing but the work done to take the charge from infinity to that particular point, we have taken this limits as infinity to r because we are taking we are displacing the charge from infinity to that particular point, and hence you will get this as v is equal to minus integration infinity to r dr. So this is the equation which represents the electric potential as a line integral. It is the integral of this EDR. So these two equations are very important because we have to use this equation in further articles. So these equations give the relation between electric potential and electric field. And if you look at this electric field, this is nothing but the potential divided by distance. The potential is measured in terms of volt, distance is measured in meter, and therefore the unit of electric field is given as V by M. In previous lecture, we have also seen that since the electric field is given as force divided by charge, we have seen that its unit is nothing but force is measured in this Newton and charge is measured in Coulomb. So these are two units of the electric field. One can write volt per meter or Newton per Coulomb also. So this is this lecture explains the relation between the electric field and potential. Hope you might have understood this. If you have any problem, you can contact me. I will solve your query. Thank you for watching this lecture.